think the lessons on bringing a comeback of your city is first to restore respect for your city, respect and trust in government in terms of transparency, accountability of the finances of the city, creating settled expectations for investors to come to your city. On that basis, then you can start talking about improvements in education and where are those improvements in education. In our case, it was a matter of one, giving parents more choices on where they could educate their children. We created one of the strongest charter school movements, we call it, in the United States, where you're using public funding to fund specially situated and sanctioned schools that the record has shown are providing as good or better in education than the public schools, some of the best public schools, and have indeed improved the provision of public education. How can we really map job training, quality job education, technical education with the real needs of employers, whether they're in health or technology or tourism? And I dare say that a big part of this as well is in the aggregate at a macro level, really diversifying your economy as a city, focusing on those areas of the economy that are really the job creators, that really employ a lot of your people who need jobs, a lot of the entry-level jobs. Tourism, for example, is a great economy for a city. People criticize it because of low-paid entry-wage jobs. That's true, but they're jobs, and they're getting people into the world of work. We enacted legislation so that the middle managers of the government, in exchange for being paid better, were taken off of lost their tenured status. So, in other words, they got better pay, but they no longer were tenured, got higher performance, better management of the middle managers. Another thing we did was we worked with structures that could help extend the reach of government in some of these critical areas. So one thing we created was the DC Marketing Center to market DC all over the world. We talked about $40 billion of investment. A big part of that was marketing. The DC Marketing Center was a public-private partnership. Went out and marketed DC on behalf of DC. This is essentially private sector people sponsored and endorsed by the government, but was not the government itself. I'm a big fan of those. They have to be regulated properly and squared away properly in terms of transparency and accountability, but they're very valuable. I think cities can take discrete steps to work with their local education institutions to make an impact in projects ranging from adult education, workforce training, make an impact in working with higher education and sponsoring projects with lower grade school. Well, when I say lower grade, earlier education schools, so K to 12. I think all that's doable. They can work with higher education institutions to investigate ways to explore expansion of their economy. Again, it could be in health, it could be in technology. Jobs are a big part of that. So as part of that partnership, training individuals for jobs, and then as this new development is proceeding apace, having those jobs available for people when they graduate. All that has been done and is doable and is possible. Above and beyond that, it's really cities organizing as really the powerful economic centers in their countries, like they are here and in the United States, organizing politically to make an impact in a larger national debate.